Alright, welcome back to another League Race. This time we're back with FTRL for round number, or week number 4 of GT1 here at Trial Mountain back in the GT2 cars. It's another endurance race. Maybe I forgot to mention, what we're doing this for is the idea is to be in the top 4 teams before the end of the season. And those 4 teams at the top of the standings go then to a last event in Spa at the end of the season. So I don't know if I mentioned that last time, but anyway, Trial Mountain, I like this place. This Group 2 car was a bit of a handful at times, but actually more so because you can actually see there for a sec my pedal. It kind of low to mid speed, kind of low speed on traction. It kind of fluctuates. Like my foot is steady on, but like it kind of goes up and down very irregularly. So I lose a little bit of time in the last corner and then one or two other places as a result of that. But at 42.2 are what we did. I don't even know what my PB was, to be honest. I didn't improve on my final lap, so this is going to be P9, I believe, for qualifying. So I actually can't remember what my PB even was. I think I did a 41.7, I think, or something like that. I think is what I did. So we're in P9. I just wanted a clean race. That's all I want. It's been an absolute nightmare season, so I just want a nice, clean, boring race. To be fair, these endurance races, they tend to kind of file out a little bit. Like this is a lot shorter, for example, than the sprint races in terms of like video length. But anyways, here we go then. For the start, 31 laps around Trial Mountain should be fun. And immediately, I upshift far too early into second gear. I'd forgotten the start procedure from last time. So we lose 1 and 2 positions. So that's not great off the bat. But I think the thing you forget about in practice is that following a car with dirty air is a nightmare. You can fly through this part flat with decent tyres. But with dirty air, it's difficult. This corner you have to be careful of. I try to use the high gears if I can. And nothing really doing on this first lap, or at least at this stage anyway. A bit of contact there for Andy and Biggles. But P11 is not a great start, but we'll just chip our way through. This track is... I love this track, I really do. It's been good to me, it's fun. And we get a nice run heading into the tunnel here. Trying to dip into the slipstream of Andy, and see Biggles is there too. Will he decide to go into the slipstream himself? I think he might. Yes, he will. To pick up a double toe, so I'm going to pull over to the left. Biggles is going to pull over to the left. I'm going to try and follow Biggles through. Switch to the right. Try and hang around the outside. There's a little bit of contact there. Biggles goes deep inside. Andy goes deep outside. Oh, that was close. Space kind of closed off very quickly then. That one could have been really dangerous. Left my car in an interesting spot there. You got Lee behind. Lee's on my ass. And you'll see this corner, you can see the throttle a little bit, actually got a bit deep. You kind of see it fluctuating up and down like a little bit. You'll see it mostly in these last 2 corners here, especially in this part of the track. Anyways, Lee's got the inside line. I don't have the confidence on the brakes, but actually that wasn't too bad. Well, there are occurrences where the throttle kind of gets a little bit, yeah, it's a bit weird. Anyways, we've gone from P9 to P12, so not the best first lap in the world, but the race is long. And we've got a strategy to commit to. We're doing medium, soft. So I think 12 laps on each. 12 laps on mediums, 12 laps on mediums again, and then 8 laps on the soft. I think that's how we do it. You can't see that the dirty air affects you through there. And Biggles goes off then heading into that part of the track. High speed stuff, you need to be very careful. On cold/old tyres, you have to be very careful. So Biggles has got bad tyres on those, so I have to get this moved on. So send down the inside, the space is left. I know he's not going to have to turn in because he's just on the grass. So we get a position there into P11 and starting the kind of comeback, so to speak. Lap 5 of 31. This field hasn't spread away a ton. Like Witchell and as such, they're stupidly quick. Ross is very quick here this week as well. So is Pagani. Although I didn't realise until after the race how quick Pagani was. Anyways, Andy goes a little bit deep then. And we get that move done. I thought I was matching pace on softs with Pagani, and then his race pace we got here was something else, so fair play to him. Lap 11, me and Lee were kind of squabbling for I was following Lee for a lot of this first stint, and it was very close between us. Lee, though, is like many in the field, is going to pit now, and I'm staying out. We'll commit to this 12 lap stint on the mediums. I think, is it 11? Do I do 11? I actually can't remember. I think I do 12, 11, 8. And I think they're doing 12, 12, 7. I think that's what the story is. Anyways, moving up then. The grip, look, obviously, like, the undercut I think was a very good idea. So I thought perhaps I might lose quite a bit of time because this in-lap wasn't the most stellar in the world. I don't know, it was okay. It wasn't awful. But the point is, like, people on fresh tires have a much better grip around this place, so I don't know. I thought I thought Lee might jump me by a good couple of seconds. So we'll find out what the story is. I left this in because this video is already short enough. I didn't want, so I thought I'd leave it in. Anyways, we'll cycle back down the field. We're facing Lee, and we'll fuel. This will tell us actually exactly what I'm doing. Yep, 11 laps. Okay, so 12, 11, 8 then is what we're doing. Good. I'm glad. There goes Lee. So only there now. So that's not too bad. I expected it to be a little bit worse. Now his tires are up to temperature, mine are not, so it'll take me a little bit to get up to speed and to gain a little bit of confidence. So we've probably lost about what? I think ultimately maybe a second and a half or so. Lap 20, Lee has a big moment here. So yeah, so this next stint was just me chasing down Lee, slowly but surely, and now he's given us the slipstream window after that error. So now we can go after and get him. I had a big moment there myself. My exits usually it's through that bridge. Or to that bridge were pretty good. It was once too much for Lee though. His tires are a lap older than mine. He has a big off, and I lost a little bit of time trying to negotiate him there. But anyway, we get through. Aaron's come into the pits. That's why he's down in 10th. He's gone for a soft middle stint for an undercut of sorts. Lap 23 into lap 24, we're going to go soft to the end of the race here. And Lee was about 2.5 seconds behind or so, 3 seconds or so. He'd pitted then, I think, again a lap earlier. So he has a lap undercut on the soft with me. You see the fuel we're playing with here, so it'll take a little bit longer to fuel up. But 8 laps on the softs is very much doable with a respectable time, so that's not too bad. So realistically, we're fighting for P9. Really, like we're trying to consolidate ahead of Lee, and that's where we're at. To be honest, I wasn't too upset by this stage because my main thing was just to have a clean race. If the pace isn't there, the pace isn't there. Like I can live with that, but I can't. It's more difficult to live with being punted off or making mistakes. So. But like, you know, I'm not too upset by this stage. Like I'm doing my best. I had like one half spin earlier in the race, so it wasn't worth showing. And that's about it. So now I knew Pine was early on the pits. I knew his tires were going to be pretty rough towards the end of the race. Lap 26, this has kind of come to be. We've chased down, he did lose about 2 seconds in one part of the track, I think, so he had that moment somewhere. He's got himself a penalty as well, so he's really struggling. So this makes our job very easy. We can just follow through. And there we go. We don't have to worry about actually overtaking him. We just gain time with the penalty there. So, yeah, I just wanted not to dip into the 41s. I had done 41s before, but I was just trying to, just bring it home, really. Lap 31, Ishmael and Chubbs were about 4 seconds up the road with 2 laps to go. They were squabbling hard. I had no expectations of what was going to happen here. I got close. I was just here sniffing in the background. Had no real ideas to do anything, because what could I do? Yeah, so interesting battling going in front. So it's a shame there wasn't 1 lap more because that could have. I know my right front's pretty knackered, so it's kind of there is a drop off happening here. Oh, you can see in the dirty air. Oh, I could have held a little bit tighter. So Ishmael has got through on Chubbs though. So last lap of the race. It's been a good race. P8 solid, man, with P6 right in my view. I can be happy with this. And I know Ross is not a million miles up the road either. Not Ross, rather. There was someone else. I actually can't remember who it was. I can't remember who it was. Anyways, Chubbs has a moment at the last corner, so we're actually going to get Chubbs in a sprint and in a drag race here to the line. We're going to finish P7.
Whew.
Only 4 seconds behind Aaron and 4.
That's a fucking good drive, though. We'll fucking take that.
Very pleased about that. That was a really good result. A really clean race. Absolutely delighted with that. Needed a big result, and we got a 4th and a 7th. Very pleased about that. But I'm just pleased with how I drove and the pace and how I even negotiated that race. It was very, very satisfying. So I'm very happy to get a good race under my belt. Finally, let this continue in sprints, please. Yeah, I actually don't even know what the next sprint even is. I'll have a look quickly because next time is not going to be FTRL. I am doing part of an endurance race, a 24-hour endurance race around Daytona I'm doing 2 3-hour stints on the Saturday. It's probably likely Saturday, either you're watching this or Saturday just gone. So that's we're at that. We're teaming up with Aaron, Tom, and Ross in that. So that should be fun. I am away the next week as well, so I'm missing the special event week 5 at Bathurst / Fuji. So that's gonna be unfortunate. But anyway, next up after that is, oh jeez, I'm back for the fucking Red Bull Ring. To be fair, I expect this to be better than it was in the Group 4 cars, but Honda is not my favourite thing in the world. But anyways, that's going to do it for this week's edition of FTRL GT7. Next up for me, we'll be back in a couple of weeks' time with, I'll go through the endurance footage and then we'll be off to the Red Bull Ring. So, yep, thanks for watching and until next time.